What's up, Wikimaniacs? It's your boy Sean. Welcome to another Monday Reddit reading. On today's episode, we have a husband who tells his wife that her life would be so much harder without him, an OP who thinks they've been fired for the past 2 months, a couple who gets into an argument where the husband tells OP to go and get Reddit's opinion, and lastly, a husband who no longer wants to be called daddy. But that's not all. It's a Monday episode, so you know we have another fantastic segment written by the Amazing Underbakke. Plus, for the episode's exclusive story, we have a wife who tries to get busy before getting completely healthy. So if that sounds interesting, you can join our Patreon or our YouTube membership and get all of our bonus content, including extra episodes and bonus stories. Reddit on Wiki starts now. April Fools.
Get therapy. What's up, Wikimaniacs? I just did the intro. You heard that. Yeah, so let's hop right into it.
Perfectly normal.
With me, perfectly normal. Nothing was weird or different or
no.
It's better? I don't know. Who knows?
No, it was better. It was better for sure.
Well, I mean, I don't know. It's debatable. Some might debate
Best one yet, I think.
Okay. That's hard to hear. Anyways, welcome. Yeah, we thought it'd be something fun to do to have Nancy introduce us on. We tried to, full disclosure, are as busy as we are, our wives and fiancés are even busier. Can you believe it?
Yeah.
So the plan was, and who knows, maybe I won't even say the plan because it could happen in another April Fool's. So actually we're 30 seconds in. Yeah, I'll shut the fuck up actually. So, but yeah, if you didn't know, if this is your first time listening, very confusing episode to start with. But it's your boy, Sean. And with me today, just one J, not double J. Josh, say hello.
How's it going? I'm not losing blood this episode, which I was last Friday. If you listen to this now.
Yeah.
We didn't mention it on the episode at all, but
pretty good then.
I sliced my finger really bad that episode. So if I was out of it, I apologize. I was bleeding a lot right before the recording and pushed through. So
you look tanned as ever, though. So that's good.
Thanks. That's good.
That's the important part when you're bleeding out, right? Is that you look tan still?
I have blood still flowing. That's the important part. That's
exactly right.
Pale. But Sean, I think you did want to address the allegations that you're a bad guy.
Yeah, I'm a bad person, I think. Okay, look, full disclosure, just like peanut allergy. No, I did not go back and listen. I hate to say it. I did not go back and listen.
Do you want me to queue up and kind of describe what for those who are unaware what we're talking about right now? So last Friday's episode or 2 Friday episode ago, my wife is too emotional when cooking episode. The last story we did was the wife who turned intimate time into a reward/punishment system.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take some of the heat for that one. I think you guys I think 2 things were going on. I think you guys were doing a bit and you also were very confused as to the story. And so I will take my fault for not explaining it well because go listen back to that if you haven't heard it. But basically a wife, she turned all of their sex into a reward/punishment if their partner did not do what they wanted them to do. And so that's pretty fucked up if you think about it. It's a pretty fucked up thing to do without discussing that with your partner. And I think that didn't come across. And I think Sean and John were both confused, but also just doing a bit that they thought was funny. So I'll let you go from there. A lot of people
did not love it. A lot of people did not love it. I'll say this, full disclosure, Josh, don't take any blame because lots of Wikimaniacs heard the story. I mean, I don't know if they read it and got more context than we did. But Potentially. But I mean, we'll say a majority of them probably just heard you read it and they fully understood. So again, we are not experts. In fact, I want to say that we say we're dumbasses quite a bit. But that is not an excuse in not learning when we are wrong. I will say this. I thought it was very evident that it was a bit and that we were making a joke and we were joking about it. Also, again, didn't watch, but I think when I was making the jokes, I was like, with my wife, or or something. Just like I would not mind the situation. That was the bit.
Then
I would not mind if I was in this situation. So I was like, what's the problem? Hindsight, maybe not the best. A lot of people got upset, so I will apologize for that. We have made quite a few one-time listeners turn to multi-time listeners, just because we're upfront when we're wrong. We apologize when we say we're wrong. So here it is. Truly thought I was in a bit. Bit was not good. You're heard. Okay. In fact, I have some Venmos I'm gonna read later out, calling me a dumbass. So hey, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We live and learn. Again, we're three dudes that got lucky on TikTok, lucky enough to have a following. By no means are we experts in anything that we read about.
No.
We're just reading Reddit posts, reacting off the rip. Boom. Sometime bits don't land. My apologies again.
Yeah, we lead with comedy a lot of the time, and sometimes it hits, sometimes it does not. For sure. And sometimes it's just, also confusing. So
and if you're in that weird Venn diagram where you have, you thought I was real insensitive towards that, and you also have a peanut allergy, it's just been a bad month for me. So truly, I've gone down the rankings quite a bit if you're in that Venn diagram. And I'll apologize for half. I'll apologize for half of those.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I know which one you don't apologize for.
I don't know. We'll leave it up to interpretation. I don't know. Both sides actually came at me in the Venmos, and I gotta say, oh man, if you want to be heard, send me money.
Oh, fuck.
But yes, Josh, Wikimaniacs, are you ready to hop into the first story of the day?
Hell yeah, let's hop into it.
This is a husband telling his wife that life would be so much harder without him.
Okay.
This is coming.
Sounds good, I guess.
We will see.
Okay.
We will see. This is coming cross-posted from r/true off my chest from Salamander Neither 695.
I just realized that's a bad thing now that I think.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I was like, I thought he was saying his life would be harder without her in it, but now I think it's the other way around, where he's saying your life will be, well, whatever. Anyway, I'm confused. Go ahead.
Yeah, your correction is correct, and I could have read it weird, so I'll take the blame on that one.
I think that was me.
Okay, so this is, I messed up and I ruined my marriage.
Ooh.
I'm not looking for pity or understanding here. I know I'm not going to get it. Me and my ex-wife have a 14-month-old son. After he was born, our marriage fell apart. She said I wasn't pulling my weight with childcare and chores, but at the same time, she expected me to know what to do without her telling me to do it.
What? Dude, how is she supposed to know? What are you talking about? She's not your mom.
Yeah, how am I supposed to know that the baby needs a diaper change, babe? How the fuck you gotta tell me these things?
Read a book, take a class. I don't know.
Smell the shit that's in the smell the shit that's in the diaper, brother. I don't know, you fucking idiot. It was bad. We argued a lot, and I ended up telling her that her life would be so much harder without me. She got really quiet. And I thought that was the end of the argument. It made things fall apart, and now we are getting a divorce.
Good.
We're living separately. We each got a new apartment. As for our son, the law in our state, Kentucky, is that 50-50 is the default for custody. It is automatic unless one parent proves neglect on the other. We don't have that, so on the advice of both of our lawyers, we are splitting time and doing alternating weeks since we are separated.
Oh, so her life is way easier because she's doing 50% less work because she was doing 100% of it.
Yeah.
Plus reminding you, probably.
Probably, honestly, 80%, 90% less work.
Yeah, true. Yeah, because on top of like actually taking care of the child, she's probably like reminding you to do, regular chores or like helping with the baby. And then that's just off her mind now. She just hands it off to you and goes,
wow, I have a whole week
yeah,
to do my thing.
Hell yeah.
We usually switch on Mondays with the daycare pickup and drop off. Now, I knew that being a single parent wasn't easy, but I didn't really know until now. This is where I realized just how badly I fucked up because I am drowning. The weeks that I do have my son, I don't get anything done and I can barely even function at work because I'm just so exhausted. I spend the whole week I don't have him catching up. And even then, I can't get everything done. My apartment is a mess, and I can hardly keep up with errands and chores. This sucks. I realize I fucked up because I thought that since I was having a hard time, my wife would also be having a hard time. And maybe we could call this divorce off and work on things. But she does not want to. She says her life is easier without me. And she is the opposite of me and can apparently keep up everything just fine. She says she isn't exhausted anymore and realized it's much easier having one person to take care of instead of two people.
100%. Yep. There it is.
I know I messed up and should have been a better husband. I can't even ask for less time with my son because I can't afford the child support. Right now, neither of us has any because of 50-50 and equal income. But if we were to go off of the 50-50, my lawyer says that the person with less time will have to pay child support. I hate myself for fucking up so much. Obviously, this is a throwaway. What the fuck did I do?
Yeah. So this is a warning for all the shitty guys we read. These are the consequences of your shitty behavior.
Yeah. Oh no, the consequences of my own behavior.
I also love that he was like, I was hoping she'd call for the divorce so we could go back to me being a shitty partner. It's like, did you think, like, if she let you back into her life, do you think she would let you, you know, throw all the work back onto her? Fuck no. She knows what it's like to have freedom now. She's like, no, you're doing 50% even if you are back home. Fuck you.
I gotta say, his pitch of being like, she's got to be miserable too, she's going to call it the divorce, is wild.
Yeah.
Because even if she was still miserable, you know, at least she has a week. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
He's like, oh, now we're both miserable. We should get back together where only she could be miserable again.
Exactly.
What are you fucking
what are you talking about?
Brother? What? There's no part of the deal where that works out in her favor.
Yeah. And I'm not saying that she thinks taking care of her child is miserable. That's not what we're saying. But
no,
taking care of her child all by herself and taking care of her husband, that would be miserable. Yeah. That would be miserable.
And she's like has a day job as well. So
yeah,
all the stuff that he's complaining about, she was doing for whoever knows how long before the divorce. But yeah, this guy's, and also it just feels so gross because he's like, I fucked up so badly because I can't afford child support. And I'm like, that's the reason you're upset? Not that you fucking only get your kid for 50% of the time.
Yeah.
Not that you don't have a wife anymore. Just that, damn, I really don't want to pay child support.
He's like, I would give up this child if I had the money. That's
what it sounds like. And I'm like,
so
damn,
fucked up to think about.
This guy is fucking not good, brother.
No, he's not a good guy. He hasn't learned his lesson. That's for sure.
Not at all.
That's unfortunate.
All right. Are we ready to hop into the second story of the day?
Let's do it.
Also, I don't know if subconsciously I'm saying let's hop into it because you have stated that is a catchphrase that you have coined.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, oh my God, am I fucking stealing it? Oh, hey, let's hop into it. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So they're a
now I need to say something else so I don't feel like I'm stealing your bit here.
It's fine. It's fine. You could do that.
Let's jump into it.
There you go.
Not as good. All right. This is today I fucked up by thinking that I've been fired for the past 2 months. This is coming
2 months is insane.
2 months is pretty crazy. This is coming from r/T TIFU cross-posted by nobody. That's right. Josh himself, the Shellster, found it on his own. A little peek behind the screen here. We spent about 15 minutes reading a story before I won't take any credit, before Josh fully realized we've done this. We've absolutely done this.
I recognize the story.
And then we spent another 15 minutes trying to confirm that, in fact, we have read that. And then, it was confirmed. I fucked up bad. So
all good.
It happens sometimes, guys. But I'm glad. Hey, I got to say, 2.5 years and never accidentally repeating a story. I got to say, with no, we're our own sort of bosses. We don't have somebody keeping track.
Yeah. Midscore keeps track.
Well, Midscore does keep track. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's pretty impressive. I would say Midscore probably does get a lot of the credit for that. That's true.
Yeah,
she's
absolutely.
keeping track. But yeah, this is let's hop straight. Let's jump the fuck in. There we go. There it is. There it is. Today I fucked up for thinking I've been laid off for 2 months. Okay. I'm honestly still trying to figure out what the hell is going on at the moment, but here it goes. For some context, I worked remote for a kind of large 3PL / consulting company that merged with another company not too long ago. So, needless to say, things have been a shit show over the last year, to say the least. My role is kind of niche. I work almost directly with my clients, and I technically don't have a boss. Thus, I have very little oversight. Back at the end of January, I received an ominous Teams link on a Friday afternoon urging me to jump on.
Been there.
Yeah. That's a scary Teams message.
That is instant palm sweating. Yeah.
I already knew that it was a layoff. Luckily, though, I've seen it coming for a few months, as the account I worked with was struggling financially, as were many of my other clients. I had done a final interview for a new job and had an offer on the table already, so no sweat off my back.
Hell yeah.
After going through the whole song and dance on the call with about 50 other people, they announced that they would pay out 3 months severance paid out bi-weekly and allow us to finish the last few days of the month. Kind of a good deal for me, since I was already lined up for a new job, so I'm basically copping an extra few paychecks on top of getting a better job. So I said goodbye to my colleagues and clients over the next few days, sent my laptop back, went on a little impromptu vacation for a big golf tournament, and started my new job a few weeks later. Now, a few odd things happened during that time. I never technically received a separation letter, just all of the email instructions and acknowledgments. But the checks were clearing, so I didn't really care. I kept getting calls and texts asking about my progress on XYZ project and things like that. But I just assumed it was kind of a mix-up.
My question at the beginning of this was like, how is no one contacting you? He's just like, well, it's not my problem.
Turns out people have been contacting you, bud. People have been asking you very specific questions.
Yeah, but that's the problem. I'll let you finish. I'll go off. I'll go off on
Hell
this
yeah.
layoff bullshit.
Fast forward to this morning, I get this kind of nasty Graham call from an HR manager, and she starts with, "Hi, you are 2 weeks behind on XYZ required annual training. This is a mandatory item that must be completed on a yearly basis without exception, and you haven't responded to my multiple requests to complete it. Why?" I responded, "Oh, I'm no longer with the firm. I was part of the layoffs. You must still have me on the compliance list." To which she replies, "No, you weren't." What do you mean? Did you just leave the company? After going back and forth trying to explain with her, she stops and says, "Oh, fuck," and says she will call me back. Turns out I was not laid off.
What the fuck?
What I guess happened is that someone else with the same last name and their first name is the same as my middle name, which I go by a variation of, and they added me to the list, which I don't understand how that didn't get caught, especially since the other guy in a completely different department knew.
Oh.
Even more so, that's the Seinfeld scene where he fucking blows up and quits and then comes back a week later and tries to act like nothing changed. Even more so, it blows my mind that it took them almost 2 months to realize I wasn't even working there.
Yeah, that's insane.
My clients didn't know any better, but it's almost laughable they managed to fuck up that bad. No idea what I'm supposed to do from here. Haha. Too long, didn't read. Someone in HR fucked up, presumable multiple times, added me to a layoff list by mixing my name up with somebody else, and then it took them 2 months to figure out that I did not know that I was still employed. That's a weird sentence.
That is a weird sentence. It's a weird predicament, to be honest.
Yeah. There is an update, but if you want to go off now, you can. Or if you want me to read the update, I can. Up to you.
Here's the thing. I'm not going to shit on HR because I'm sure they were having a hell of a time with the merger and everything. That's a shitty, and like John's not here, so I feel bad shitting on HR people.
I wish John was here. He would have also gone off on this person.
He would have gone off probably. But that's the problem with these like mass layoffs where they just put people on a call and they're like, hey, we're laying you all off. It's like, how do you know the right people are on those calls? How do you check? How do you like, there's got to be fuck ups like this all the time with all these mass layoffs that are happening. Crazy. And it just pisses me off that they value you so little that you can be overlooked for so long. That's crazy to me. So that was most of my rant, was just fuck giant companies.
Yeah, and giant corporate layoffs.
Yeah.
All right, here's the update. HR manager called me back saying we'd have a call at 11 to quote unquote properly sort this out the right way together, and went full professional mode this time.
Wow.
Very intrigued to see how this goes. I consulted a lawyer friend of mine whose advice very much echoed many of the things you said on here, and that I should say as little as possible, and that my responses should be more of a, I don't know, tell me what happened, as opposed to giving any interpretation from my end.
Yeah, because there's a chance you might have to, I don't know legally if you would have to give them money back. I don't know how that works.
Yeah.
But anyway.
I'm glad that, he posted this on Reddit and got advice from a lawyer, because I would have been like, I would have fucking just blabbed right away. Like, you guys,
I fucked up.
Yeah, my bad, y'all. I'll send you back the cash. My plan is this. If they ask, I'll tell them I'd love to have my position back and leave out the fact that I'm already working another job. In the case that they do bring me back, I'll just work both concurrently for a bit as I'm still training and haven't been assigned to an account officially at my new company. And I'll just wait for things to cool off before I put in an actual notice. Others have mentioned working multiple jobs. Long term, I just can't do that. While the company I worked for didn't know I was gone, the client would figure it out pretty quickly if I wasn't present, and I do pretty intensive work for them, so it's not a viable long-term option. Update 2. They owned up to the mistake and no harm. Thank Jesus. But they want to bring me back to the firm like nothing ever happened.
Oh.
From what I could garner listening between the lines, they realize their biggest issue isn't what happened to me, but the fact that the client is still being billed for an quote-unquote unmanaged aspect of the project, as they so eloquently put it. So I'm pretty sure their goal is to put me back on the account in a different place as if I was there the whole time and not let the client figure that out, which I don't feel comfortable doing because I'm sure I'll have to sign some NDA regardless for this. Fucking wild. Haha.
Yeah, the company's like, we don't want to get sued for billing the customer this.
For
we
2
also
months.
don't want to get, yeah.
They're billing them for work that wasn't being done at all.
Exactly. It's one thing if an employee does it, but a company doing it to another company, that's a lawsuit waiting to happen. So, oh man, what a mess.
I'll say this before we hop into our, before we jump the fuck into our next story. If you haven't noticed, Octa merch.
Whoa.
Yeah, I really should have. I didn't want to cheapen my apology by doing an ad immediately into it.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah.
But yes, Octa merch back on the store as of today.
Yeah.
It is live.
Hell yeah.
So
if Sean set it up correctly, it is live.
I'm feeling confident, guys. I did the giant one pretty decently.
That's true. Yeah.
The launch was good. The exit, not great on my part. Yeah, I'll admit that one.
That was all of us, to be fair.
Yeah. But yeah, go to the store if you've been wanting Octa merch. I know some people have been Venmoing me, Savannah. So yeah, if you're interested in that, it's live on the store right this very second. Also, again, this is it's a wrap tee design by our graphic designer, Janelle. She did a bang up job. Let me get a little zoom in right here.
I'm so excited for mine. Unfortunately, hasn't come in yet. That's why I'm rocking nothing. But yeah, I'm excited for my tee to come in.
Yeah, I also got myself a giant hoodie a little bit late, but it feels kind of cool because no one can get it anymore until maybe next year. We may re-release it. Yeah, that's streetwear shit because I'm a loser. All right, let's jump the fuck into
there we go.
Story number 3. I gotta say, it doesn't roll off the tongue quite as well, if I'm being completely honest.
But it's not bad. It's not bad.
It's not terrible. It's not terrible. Third story of the day is a husband tells his partner to go and get Reddit's opinion.
Dangerous.
Dangerous.
Go get thousands of random strangers' opinion on
Yeah. I know we're having a personal issue right now, but nothing would make me feel more validated. Also, a wild request to ask somebody else to post the story because they're not going to make you look good.
Yeah.
And to be fair, I don't think even if this guy did write it, little teaser for you guys, even if this guy did write it, we would know that he's a piece of shit.
He could have tried to paint himself in a little better of a light.
Yeah. Because his partner definitely did not hold back.
Yeah, I imagine she's angry going to Reddit to be like, well, fuck him.
I really want to tell my husband this, but he told me to post it on Reddit, so here we fucking go. All right, this one is cross-posted from r/relationship ground score advice, cross-posted by the 67th Bitch Brigade. A rising star, truly.
Yeah, let's go. Maybe GOAT status soon.
Fucking play the sound. Yeah, they
right,
deserve it. Fucking, yeah.
I didn't even give myself the GOAT sound.
That's a humble king. You'll love to see it.
I forgot, to be honest. I would have done it.
All right, the first sentence already, if you know me and you know my rules, starts off bad.
Love it.
I would honestly say really pretty fucking bad.
Oh,
Here we go. I, 22 female, have been with my partner, 29 male. Gets worse. For coming up on 3 years. That's right. Do the math on that. Think about it.
19?
Terrible. 19 and 26.
Oh, okay.
Again,
not the worst we've heard, but it's
we've heard straight up illegal shit.
Yeah, we've heard illegal shit.
We've heard some straight up illegal shit. So not the worst.
Bar is low, I guess, for us.
But I will say, and again, we've had some couples on the Discord, I guess, that try to, they explain their side, like not every couple is the same. And I say this with every Sean rule. Not always, not every couple is doomed.
60% of the time.
But 60% of the time, the Sean rule works every time. All right, so let's get into it. We're coming up on 3 years of dating, and our daughter is 4 months old. He makes sure to let me know how lazy I am, even though I'm the only one to take care of our daughter or to clean our house.
So this is the prequel to the first story that you're.
Yeah, exactly right. He says, go to Reddit. And then She does. And then he's like, well, Reddit doesn't fucking know what they're talking about. Your life would be so much harder without me. And then
And
boom.
now I'm in Kentucky, in the worst state.
And I can't afford childcare. He works a lot. And when he comes home, also reading this, just some of these things, I'm like, these are not chores that I know. So I wonder if they're from somewhere else, but
Okay.
we'll see. He works a lot. And when he comes home, he spends a couple of hours on the game and he might hold our daughter for a couple of minutes.
Ooh.
He says that since I'm staying home caring for our infant alone, I should have dinner made. The dogs and pig should be fed, watered, and walked. Trash.
Is he talking about himself with the pig?
Oh, I can only
Got him.
hope.
Fucking got him.
Boom, roasted. Trash should be burned. It's new to me.
What?
And dishes should be clean. Floors swept and mopped. His other kids' rooms clean, which crazy to just
You
drop
take care
that
of
sentence.
His kids too?
Crazy to just drop that sentence and then never bring it up for the rest of the story. But
God
yes,
damn.
his other rooms clean. His other kids' rooms clean. Every single surface wiped down. He also says that there are indeed gender roles, and this is what a woman should do to keep her man happy.
Oh, and this dude said go to Reddit.
And yeah, okay. I'm like, dude, where do you think? Yeah.
Where do you think you are? I mean,
Obviously
some parts
not
of Reddit
smart.
for sure are like this, but god damn.
According to him, I don't deserve to be loved until I finished my chores and put the baby to sleep by myself and make sure that the baby feels loved and cared for. Oh no, not that our baby feels loved and cared for, that he feels loved and cared for.
Oh, Jesus.
What the fuck? Okay. Our daughter won't take a bottle, and he also won't help me with bottles, so I can't go back to work. So I'm not actually helping financially. He does not stay up with our daughter, and if I don't initiate sex, we don't have sex. He straight up has told me he won't touch me in ways that please me.
What the? This is the like one of the worst people we've ever heard of.
Like
Holy
borderline,
shit.
I'm like, this gotta be fake, right? Like,
I hope so, but to be honest, every time we read a story like this, there are comments that are like, "This is my ex" or whatever. You know what I mean? And like, so people out there like this exist. Whether the story is 100% true or not is
that's true.
up for debate. But god damn.
He says he won't touch me in ways that pleases me because he's quote unquote not in high school. Don't know what the fuck that means.
He loves high schoolers.
Yeah, he's been scouting for a while, unfortunately. I feel crazy. He's obsessed with this concept of disrespect, and everything I do seems to be disrespectful. If the dishes aren't clean, disrespectful. If the floors aren't mopped, disrespectful. If I leave little trinkets around the house. If I start projects that I didn't get to finish and then forget about them after the baby wakes up. Or if the baby has been a little fussy and I'm feeding her when he gets home. I'm a fat, lazy waste of space, and he wonders why I didn't get anything done today. I don't text him throughout the day, telling him sweet nothings, so I must not love him. I can't choose between being a mother and a partner, even though sometimes I have to because my daughter literally is not capable of caring for herself. It's like he's mad that I can't be his mother for him, right? So Reddit, what do y'all think? Please be honest, because he will absolutely be seeing every word.
Oh, well, I'm sure Reddit let him know.
Yeah, 2,105 comments on that one at the time of this screenshot.
God, dude. My recommendation is feed him to the pig.
Honestly, yes.
He fell in the pig pen, Your Honor. Yeah, I don't know what happened to him. Dude, this is like fucking psychopath behavior. Not to diagnose. I know that's always a sticking point, but Jesus Christ, I don't think this guy has ever cared about you.
No, not at all.
When he says it's disrespectful, all of this stuff. You know what's disrespectful? Treating your partner this way. Treating your partner like a child or a nanny or a maid or anything like that. Like you should be equals in this relationship, and you are just like treating her like all the things I just said. It's so fucking disgusting, dude. She should absolutely leave your ass. It's clear some other woman did leave your ass because you have other kids. Yeah, I don't think this person deserves love. This guy sucks.
Oh, trash. It's just quite literally not one from the get-go, not one good or redeeming quality. At least some of these are like, oh, he's always been a loving husband, but he does this or that, or oh, she's a
the
great
best
partner.
Advice he gave you was to go to Reddit.
Yes.
The best thing he said to you was to, go get an outside opinion, and you'll now realize what a piece of shit I am.
Yeah, not great. I just truly, even though it's made painfully clear that this guy is not only an idiot, but an actual piece of shit, I just wonder what he thought would happen. If she, like, what even, I asked that with a lot of these stories, like, what even is the end game here?
He's like, Reddit's full of incels. They'll take my side.
I wonder if incels know that they're incels. You know what I mean?
I truly don't. That's a great question. I don't think so. Right?
I feel like they truly think they are right.
I mean, especially with the internet, you get these groups online that are just like reinforcing behaviors and being like, "Oh no, dude, you're right. Your wife is a whatever. She should be listening to you. That is disrespectful." And then, or on his whatever game he's playing, I'm sure there's guys on the other end being like, "Yeah, she should be cleaning for you," and all that bullshit. So yeah, I'm sure he thinks he's in the right, and I hope he opens his eyes to how much of a piece of shit he is.
Yeah, when was this originally posted? Because I would love an update. Would love an update.
That would be great, actually.
Nothing new, unfortunately. Wikimaniacs, if there is an update, please let us know. We have the Discord channel, and we've gotten a few updates. You guys have been helping us out quite a bit with that, so we're excited to record those for you guys. But are you ready for the last story of the day? Unless you're a patron.
Yeah, let's fucking jump into it fucking right now.
No, you can still do your catchphrase. I just didn't want to steal your catchphrase, bud.
No, I wouldn't use my catchphrase on your episode. That seems wrong.
No. We all use our catchphrases on every episode. All right. This one is a doozy. Not terrible, but also really fucking weird.
Okay.
This story is a husband no longer wants to be called daddy. This is coming from r/relationship ground score advice from Get That Button Ready. Coming from Mary Gets 2011. Oh, you better believe it.
Go.
So this is actually titled, My 32 female husband, 35 male, says it's inappropriate for our daughter to call him daddy.
Ooh. Okay. That's not great.
Not great at all. My husband and I have been married for 9 years, and we have an 18-month-old daughter together.
18 months.
Yeah. What are you talking about, dude?
Dude, that's like the like until I don't know what age daddy, but like whenever they want, really, because why is that a problem? I don't understand.
Really fucking normal stuff there by your daughter.
Yeah.
Weird behavior from your partner.
Oh man. All right.
I'm not exactly sure if what I'm about to describe is a definite issue or if it's just something I may be overthinking and reading a bit too much into. Our daughter started speaking and calling me mama, and my husband a mix of dada and daddy. Throughout the process of her learning / beginning to speak, mainly around 12 months, I would point and refer to my husband as daddy. When we were both in that stage with our daughter of seeing her speak and helping her with words and identification, my husband would always give me what I thought was a dirty look whenever I would do that. But he had never directly said anything, so I just assumed that I was overthinking it. But recently, our daughter has been more consistently referring to him as daddy, and he flat out told me that it makes him uncomfortable. And his exact words were, he wished I had used more appropriate language when teaching her how to speak.
What do you mean? It's your daughter.
Yeah, I don't.
Daddy is also a super normal thing for
Very
young kids
fucking
to
normal.
say.
I would say maybe weird when they're like 30, but even then,
Maybe, sure.
But even then, that's still a fucking maybe. Like,
yeah,
people can call their parents whatever the fuck they want. You know what I mean? Like, daddy is pretty fucking normal and tame.
Yeah, you're the one sexualizing it. It sounds like
he's the one being fucking weird about it.
18-month-old. That's crazy. Oh,
I would definitely have to like pause and be like, is it safe to have our child with you? Like, why are you sexualizing? Like, why are you sexualizing our kid in any way?
It's super weird.
Very strange behavior.
Yeah. Oh.
I think I would question, to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely.
But anyways, only one more paragraph.
Okay.
This is why I think it's an issue now. I already knew he was giving me dirty licks 6 months ago, but at the time I had convinced myself that he wasn't. But now he has directly told me, and I absolutely have no idea what to think of it or how to respond. Where do I even begin with this?
I mean, have a real conversation with him about how that's a super normal thing for,
children to call their parents,
your dad. Yeah. Whatever. Like, I'm sure, who knows? Like, I have no idea what my first words were, but it would not surprise me if I was like daddy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mommy. Who knows? Like, they're super normal things that toddlers and kids use. So I don't understand why it's an issue. Like you said, Sean, sure, maybe when they're 30, it's like, I mean, all right, you can call me dad. Like,
yeah. But even then, it's still like questionable if it should be questionable. Like,
sure. Yeah.
Because you might be like, if you hear your friend be like, oh yeah, my daddy, you'd be like, okay, well, cool it, you're 30. But also you'd also be like, but also, if that's your relationship, I mean, that's what you could, like, I call my mom and dad like ma and pa, mama, papa sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just whatever you call them.
Yeah, exactly. It's just truly weird that he's like, like sexualizing it at that young too, which is just absurd.
It would bring me pause for sure on if like one ever leaving our kid alone with you, and two, like, okay, immediate therapy, immediate therapy. Also, I don't know if you do this or don't do this. Unfortunately, he just does not get to be called daddy by you ever again, because he has some weird issue with it. So, I mean, personally, to me, like, I have never been like a big, with being
names,
called dad.
Pet names. Yeah.
I'm fine with pet names. I don't want, I've never wanted a girlfriend to call me daddy or anything of the sort. Cause I've always thought, that's a little strange. Like, I feel like
I'm on that as well.
I feel like that's a weird thing that we as a society have normalized. I don't know.
I mean, if you're into it, whatever.
No, definitely
truly don't
not
care.
kink shaming. Everybody do what you want as long as all parties are consenting. I'm just saying, me personally was never big on that.
Exactly. I'm the same way. I'm just like, yeah, not my thing.
Cool with babe. Just call me babe.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I don't know. Of course, we don't want to make assumptions about your husband or something or think of the worst. But if I was honestly in your position, I feel like with kids, I just tend to think worst case scenario and then let's fix it from there, just to avoid the worst case scenario. But again, I don't have
there's
kids.
So many steps to that point where it's just like you could have a conversation with them and genuinely just be like, why do you think it's inappropriate? Ask him that. Like,
that's true.
Inquire.
Break it down.
And then you might find out, okay, I feel uncomfortable with him or my child.
Yeah.
Or he has maybe he has some trauma. Who knows? There could be something
That's true.
that you don't know. And then asking questions and communicating is the best way to get out of it.
I do say I wish the husband, instead of giving dirty looks for 6 months, just was like, "Hey, babe, I don't love it." And then y'all could have attacked this 6 months ago, and then y'all could have both deemed, "Hey, yeah, it is weird that I think that's weird."
Or if he had a true reason, you could have been like, okay, I won't call you daddy to her. And then it will, it phases out slowly. But
that's true. Because she's 6 months ago, still very much in the learning phase. You could have just been like, hey, babe, to be honest, I like dada. Daddy makes me uncomfortable because I have my own issues. I'm not sexualizing our daughter. I just have my own issues. So dada would be my preference instead of just giving a dirty look
for 6 months. Is
for
crazy.
6 months is a little wild. I guess, you could say on both sides, maybe OP should have been like, all right, you could say I'm crazy, but I feel like every time I say, I don't know what, every time I'm talking to our baby, you give me a dirty look. Am I freaking out or what?
Yeah. I mean, she could communicate, but to be fair, I think it's on the person who has the issue to bring it up.
Yes, 1,000%. That's 100% correct. All right, Josh, are we ready for another amazing segment by the Amazing Underbakke?
Let's do it.
April brings a new segment, guys. This is April 1st. Try not to laugh. Because it's April 1st, your boys will read 4 jokes and try not to laugh.
Oh, I feel this is John's kitchen. He should be here.
He should definitely be here. Whoever laughs loses. Loses what, you may ask? Respect. Just kidding. Not that serious. And yes, chuckles count as laughs. Looking at you, Josh.
Yeah, I knew it was going to be me that gets called. I'm bad at it.
Jokes are from Good Housekeeping because Alex is not a trained comedian to come up with on-the-spot material. I do say, and I'm not saying, obviously you didn't copy me because I never posted and edited an episode, but I did a similar segment on Shots and Thoughts where I was like, guys, try not to laugh. And then I wrote my own jokes. And boy, did they not have any problem not laughing. When I tell you it was silent, not a smile was had. I was like, I think I could never show my face around you guys again. I genuinely tried to make funny jokes. Not one landed. I was like, oh man, that's tough. And they were like, oh no, that's just the game. Like, try not to laugh. And I was like, I know that's the game. Still painful.
You guys did it too well. Yeah.
You guys played a little too well.
I would have a terrible time with that as well because I don't know why. I just have whenever something either does or doesn't hit, I just have to laugh. I don't know what. Maybe it's a people pleasing thing.
That's
I have no idea what
Canadian courtesy is.
Oh, it could be that. But we went to comedy thing. Like it was like a stand up, but it was like for amateurs. And we get up and there's one guy, he is bombing. Absolutely no one is laughing. And I am just crying, like laughing. I'm the only one laughing. And I feel so awkward, but I can't stop myself because I find it, I'm laughing because I think I want to make him feel better. But then I start laughing because I'm the only one laughing. And then I just couldn't stop laughing. Everyone was like, what the fuck? Like, this is terrible.
Did he ever mention it in his set? Like, this guy gets it?
Oh, no.
Or
No.
Just steamrolled.
He had his, he's like, it's amateur comedians,
for sure.
Right? So they're not doing heckling or anything like that. So it's just like, he's got a set and he's going to do it. And so he just kept trucking through. And
honestly, there is nothing scarier to me than doing stand-up comedy. That seems so scary.
Yeah, I always thought I could do it. And the more I think about it, I'm like, I don't know. I just truly don't know if I could do it.
Like, part of me thinks like, because, we're both big Jake and Amir fans. Part of me sometimes is like, oh, I feel like I could write a skit or something like that. And then my first foray into it was that try not to laugh. And it was so quiet. I wanted to die, Josh. That's when I was like, I don't think I can edit this and put this out to the world to see. This is too embarrassing.
See, skits are different though. I feel because you're good at riffing. You're good at like yes anding on the fly.
I try
not to get too meta on this podcast episode, Jesus. But like you're good at like taking the joke another step. So I feel like if you did a skit, there'd be like you'd try and write something out, but I feel you'd add a lot of improv in between that would make it better.
I would hope so.
Yeah, I believe in you.
Thanks, bud.
If you ever want to do a Jake and Amir skit, I'm here. I'll be your straight man. I don't know.
Hell yeah. All right, let's get into what Alex has prepared for us today. All right, so do you want me to share it and you read a joke and then I read a joke, or I'll just knock through all of them?
Yeah, just see if you can make me laugh.
Okay.
We'll go with that. We'll relive your trauma.
All right. Oh, God. All right, joke number one. How do you make an egg roll?
An egg pun. We're starting off strong. I don't know.
You push it. All right.
Okay.
Reliving the trauma. Let's do it. All right. What did 50 Cent do when he was hungry?
He ate more? I don't know.
58.
Okay. That's good.
And again, Josh would be crying right now if not for the try not to laugh.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he would be dying. Oh, God. Is it hot in here? Or why can't a nose be 12 inches long?
Oh, I don't know.
Because then it'd be a foot. This is John jokes. These are John jokes for sure.
I did chuckle there because it took me so long to understand it that I was laughing at how dumb I am.
Yeah, not at the joke itself. Oh, God. This is a nightmare. Why do mushrooms get invited to all the parties?
I know this one.
Yeah, this one's a common
they're
one.
a fun guy.
Exactly right, bud. Oh, Alex, I gotta say, that was hard for me because of my past traumas.
I think one of these is an applause button. Nope. Oh, laugh. There we go.
Imagine you accidentally hit a button with booze. Oh, God.
Or the cricket. I think there's a cricket one.
Oh, thank God you didn't hit a cricket. All right, Wikimaniacs. Before we end the episode, I got to do the Venmos. You better believe it.
You gots to.
I will say, usually I'm going to sort these out by price, but honestly, I was scrambling just to get here today. The time has not been on my side as of late. So I'm just going to read as they were Venmo'd in order of when it happened. Some of these happened quite a while ago for, because it's April 1st now. And then, we record I don't have to explain it to you guys. You guys know the deal. All right. This first one is from Annie. Happy belated 3/16 day. Stonehenge emoji, icicle emoji. These are supposed to be emojis for which wrestler, Josh?
Wait, what was it again? Sorry.
Stonehenge and
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. Yeah, she says these are supposed to be emojis for Stone and Cold. Hope that's clear enough. Lol. Love you guys.
Well, it's clear enough for me to get it.
Yeah,
So.
This guy doesn't know wrestling at all besides Stone Cold.
Fuck all about wrestling.
Besides Stone Cold and cookies, really.
Yeah. Dwayne.
Dwayne. Hello, Ringo.
Oh, she's been there. Yeah.
My bad. And then Annie also writes, don't be surprised when more wrestling related Venmos come through. And I gotta say, I can't wait. I'm super pumped to hear that. Annie sends $3.16. You better believe it.
Hell yeah. That's a startup fund for your wrestling podcast.
Oh, hell yeah. I gotta say this. If you are a Wikimaniac and you have subscribed to the Shots and Thoughts Patreon, holy fucking shit, am I so sorry. I've been meaning to DM you. Obviously haven't even had time to edit like my stuff for this episode today, but I've been meaning to DM you. By the time this comes out, I will definitely have done that. But yes, I apologize for you subscribing and seeing just a barren page. I intend to fully get your money back, even if Patreon doesn't oblige. But moving on to the next one, we got Jessica, who had the daily Happy Nancy fun.
Oh, yeah.
She sends many messages, mostly important. Here we go. This is the first of two people to say this. But she said, today's dollar is not for Nancy, but it's actually to request you guys to never sing happy birthday on the show again. My brain was so confused trying to listen to each of the melodies.
Yeah, I did not line it up at all. It would have been, to be fair, it would have been impossible to line it up.
Yeah. Every time we say Josh will fix it, we know good and well it will be impossible to be fixed. Jessica also writes, re-listening to some older episodes, and today's dollar is a promise that I will never, ever use Linktree because I'm a real one. Hell yeah.
Oh, I get it. Because we had someone. Yeah. I understand. Yeah. Or PayPal or buy me a coffee.
Yeah. Stop doing all that, guys. And then they wrote a lot, but this other one is pertains to you, Josh. So they write, since this dollar won't make it to Nancy via the fund is now a spread positivity fund, which hopefully Nancy will approve of. P.S. Josh, I am a rich motherfucker. My Patreon / Discord name is Rich Cat Lady, which I recognize. I know you, Rich Cat Lady.
That one. Yeah. That one stands out. Also, they're going to love the beginning of this episode.
What happened at the beginning? Oh, the apology?
The intro.
Oh, the intro. Oh, yes. Oh, they're going to. I hope everyone loved the apology. But also the intro was fantastic.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Ivy. She writes to John, who's not here. And
listen.
She writes, as a Mexican, we might have been colonized by the same people, but please tell John to chill out with that accent, please. Heart emoji.
Okay.
So yeah.
That's fair.
Ivy sends $2. She also tells me to do whatever white person accent I want to.
I mean, I've already given you that pass. Yeah. Not that you needed it, but
I appreciate it from both you and Ivy. Next up, we have Issa, who writes, I'm using my last $1.99 to say that you guys need to keep the GOAT button. I can't afford to be a rich for the next 2 months, but I promise y'all I'll earn my fortune back in May. Please keep the GOAT button.
Don't worry. It's staying for sure.
It's staying. We've had nothing but people telling us to keep it. So I think we're safe. If you want your $1.99 back, let me know. Next up, we got Kimberly, who writes, Venmoing $5 to keep the GOAT button.
Oh.
See what I mean? Also, another $5 for you having to read this crow pun. How did the nervous crow proceed?
Oh, I don't know.
With caution.
Okay. I mean, to be honest, that was better than some of the jokes we had. No offense, Alex.
No, Alex got them from a website. So,
yeah, I figured they were not her jokes. Yeah.
Kimberly sends $10. Thank you very much, Kimberly.
Thank you.
Janice writes, please upload Row Patreon on Spotify in video format. Love the show. They send 96 cents. Josh, is that possible for us?
Oh, man.
We will look into it.
I don't know. Truly, the different levels of like the more places we do it, like pay style, you have to pay for, the more complex it gets. I know you can listen audio form on Spotify, but video form, I think we'd have to sign up for their personal hosting site, and I don't quite know how that would work. So,
because we don't have videos for regular episodes on Spotify, do we?
No.
Yeah.
I think at some point we have a Spotify rep. I think they said we were maybe going to get it at some point, but it has not amounted to anything.
Yeah.
I'm sure the mass layoffs didn't help, but yeah. So currently that will not be possible. I think I'll look into it, but I'm not going to promise anything here.
Next up, we got Kellyanne, the first of many people to come for me in the Venmos. Here we go. Sean spelled not only coming for me, but also doing the joke of spelling my name wrong, which is just a double whammy. Props to you, Kellyanne. Sean spelled Shogn, which reminds me, I really need to watch Shogun. Not a sponsor, but that show looks
so
cool.
Good. That's so good.
Hell yeah. Sean needs to be a little less emotional about being worried Oh, about being wrong about peanut allergies. Take the L, brother. Kellyanne sends $1.
Hell yeah.
Jocelyn, the second of people to tell us to stop singing, writes, love y'all, but please never sing again.
That's fair.
Which becomes even funnier because the next one they write is episode 77, more singing. And I got to say, if you're on episode 77, that's quite a ways away. There's much more singing.
That's a long.
There's much more singing ahead of you. I don't know what to tell you. But also, my fiance said my last Venmo note was mean. I didn't mean it to be. I'll just skip through the singing from now on. Jocelyn sends 30 cents.
The singing one.
The singing one.
No, it's fine. We know it's terrible.
Yeah, we know we're not
that's
good.
That's part of the fun for us to upload it.
Yeah. Except for John. Well, actually, both of you individually singing are good. But then when we very purposefully try to harmonize is when it gets bad.
Well, it's harmonizing over the internet, which is already delayed. So there's never going to be good.
It's never going to be good.
Yeah.
And I apologize, but it's probably going to keep happening. I don't know what to say. All right. The second person coming for me, and I deserve it. We got Bella, who writes, be more sensitive, ! Your biases show how empathetic you are actually towards sexual issues. They send 10 cents. And yes, I apologize on that one.
Empathetic usually means you are understanding, which I think is the opposite of what they're trying to say.
Yes,
in that scenario, but
I am trying to be more empathetic. Again, bad bit on my part. Won't do it again. Not a promise I can keep. A bit I won't do again specifically about that story. But will bad bits happen? Yes, it's just unfortunately it's gonna. But I expect to be called out when they're bad. So just let me know. Christopher writes, ooh, big congrats, Chris. Celebrating the birth of our baby boy on 3/17. Thanks for the wonderful show. It really helped my wife get through her first pregnancy. They send $3.17. Congrats,
that's awesome.
Chris.
Oh, get it? 3/17. That's good.
For the birthday.
Like yeah, but congratulations. I'm sure you guys are having very many sleepless nights right now. So.
But I'm sure it's all 1,000% worth it.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, exactly.
Next up, we got Savannah, who writes, thank you for bringing my roach goddess Ogtha back. I'm going to rock the fuck out of that merch. Just you wait, Shawnee boy. And then they also send another Venmo writing in all caps, Team Patreon. The Civil War begins.
Wow.
She writes, I feel threatened by YouTube Premium, but y'all go get that bag. Savannah sends $5.31. And we appreciate you understanding that we're doing all we can to quit our jobs.
Yeah. Well, I lost my job, so I'm here.
Josh is full-time, but we're trying to get on Josh's level. Next up, we got Claire, who writes, finally time to send after 2+ years of listening. Been broke this whole time, but a little less broke now. Love you, boys. You always make my day. 69 cents from Claire.
Nice.
You better believe it.
Love it.
And then last but certainly not least, coming from Rachel, they write, homie, you need this. If I didn't have dogs who would eat crows, this would be me. And then they link www.thecrowbox.com. And then they write, love you all, $2. I'm not going to lie. I put these Venmos together right before recording, so I haven't yet seen what that website is, but you better believe in about 5 minutes, I'm going to be on there.
It's just born.
Jesus. All right, but that's all the Venmos for today. Josh, do you got any comments, concerns, reviews? More people blasting me.
Oh, I can always find those comments.
There's a lot of those on the last one for sure.
The hardest part about finding comments that blast you, Sean, is how they spell your name. That's the toughest part.
That's true. And I got to say, never have I been more appreciative of the bit.
But we'll keep it quick just because I have half a day to edit this episode. So I gotta do a huge shout out. We do our live premiere every day, every episode we have come out on YouTube. And you can gift subs now or memberships, I guess. And so I got to give shout out to Bobby, who gifted 5 memberships in our chat. And then Tabby with Mittens, who did 10 membership donations. So shout out to you. If you got a random membership donation in the live chat, it's probably thanks to one of those two. So give
That's
him a shout
awesome.
out in the next live show.
Hell yeah. All right. With that being said, I think it's time we end this episode. Thank you guys so much for listening, watching, doing whatever you do. Again, the merch available on the website. Link is in the show notes. If you want more Reddit on Wiki, we'll be back on Friday. Unless you're a patron, we'll be back on Thursday. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Get therapy.